love? I'll let you come round. I'll be outside if you need me.
Morning, Jimmy.
All right. Hi.
Hi. Mrs. Tambay not in today?
She's gone to see Karen.
Oh, right. Cup of tea, I think.
Once more onto the breach.
We probably need to be more careful.
Yeah, like professional distance at all time. Anyway, I'll see you.
Yeah, see you.
Bye. Yeah.
That didn't look odd, did it?
No, not at all.
Your turn, eh?
I am not only here for Mrs. Hollins, Sergeant.
I'm fine. Thank you, Mrs. Tambay.
How was yesterday?
Jack came. Something happened to upset him, but I don't know what.
Did he speak to her?
No. No, I told him it was best if he didn't.
How long is he staying with you?
He's going back to Newcastle tonight. He's got to work.
And you would like to discuss this with him before he goes?
I don't know.
I promise to stay with her until your return. I doubt it will help Mrs. Hollins if you are worried about Jack as well.
No. No, that's true. Are you sure? Thank you, Mrs. Tambay. I'll just go. Thank you.
I am Mrs. Temby. I am one of your colleagues from the surgery.
Go on then, out with it.
I'm sorry?
Everybody who comes in here gives bad news.
Well, that is not why I have come.
No?
No, I have come to listen. Maybe even understand.
Oh, right. Because I'm sure you understand just exactly what it's like to wake up and find your mum's dead and your family's gone. And you've lived a life that you can't remember a single second of. Yeah, I'm sure you know exactly how that feels.
No, I do not. However, once upon a time, I was pulled from my family and the only world I knew. I was dropped in a place where nobody knew who I was. And everyone treated me in an alien way. You know, the first time I came to Great Britain, I did not know anyone, and I thought I knew nothing. It is not the same. It is not the same at all. But maybe I have glimpsed a little of what you are going through.
Haston,
Yes, sir.
I've got a text from Kevin which I'm under strict instructions to share with you.
Yeah?
Now, it's bearing in mind all the flack he was getting for what happened with Sigourney, or what didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's very short, and it just says, I've still got it. You must be so relieved. Dirty stop out.
Well, good on him.
No, but do you know anything about teenagers?
I would not claim to be an expert.
I'm not asking you if you're an expert. I just want to know if the kids are the same as in 2000 and whatever, as they are in 1984.
Yes, well, I am sure they are, yes.
Well, the boy I met yesterday wouldn't.
No?
No, because he was being really nice, and we were having a really nice time, and he was just friendly, and I thought he fancied me, and then he suddenly went all weird and he scarpered.
So you would like me to tell you about the youth of today? Yeah, well, they have many new preoccupations.
Like?
Debt. And Facebook. And these things.
What'd that do?
Well, more than we need them to do. What music do you like?
Wham.
And which is your favorite song?
Wake me up before you go.
Wake me up before you go.
Oh, do you like them as well?
Well, I'm not sure.
How'd you get cassette in there?
You know, only recently I tried to buy a cassette. They said they stopped making them. Such a pity.
All right,
What are you doing back?
I'm grabbing a shower. Mrs. Tenby's keeping an eye on your mum.
How is she?
Sleeping. Jack,
Dad, I'm worried. I'm reading up on memory loss, and there's all this stuff about how some people don't ever recover.
son,
Like, they get some of their memory back, maybe even all of it, but their relationships are completely screwed.
son, that's not going to happen.
I spoke to her, Dad.
When?
Yesterday.
I knew something had... What did I tell you?
I had to.
And?
We got on, you know? It was actually all right. I was a complete stranger to her, and she was this complete other person.
It will change, son.
And what if it doesn't? Maybe she remembers that I'm her son, maybe we convince her, but if she doesn't remember anything about bringing me up, what's the point?
Listen to me. Your mum will always be your mum, and you will always be her son. And after all this family's been through, I won't let one single thing... Look, everything's going to be all right, all right?
You don't believe that either.
5 years.
Yes.
And is it a good job? Do I like it?
Oh, very much.
And all these old doctors that keep coming and visiting me, are they really my friends?
I would say so, yes.
I feel so sure that I'm one thing, and then you and everyone else says I'm something else.
When I left my old life, it was because something had gone very wrong. You do not have such a problem. You are very proud of your children. You have a husband who loves you. You have a very nice life. And you are happy.
If I was so happy, then why don't I remember it? Why isn't my dad here?
Well, didn't Mr. Hollins say?
Who?
Mr. Hollins, your husband.
I want a second opinion. Is my dad dead?
No. No, he is very much alive. He is recovering from a hip operation. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have been here like a shot.
Really? Thank you. What are you doing?
I am taking you for a walk.
A walk?
You're just around the hospital.
I'm not a dog.
Before I came here, I had a word with your nurse, Nurse Milligan. Well, we agreed it would be good to work your body a little.
any of them replicants?
Pardon me?
Robots that look like humans.
Oh, no, they are all human, I think.
You think?
Come.
You know what we did yesterday? Me and Mum. We played the grape game. Like a couple of kids. We did it for ages. She thought it was hilarious. I did too, most of the time. But it was very, very weird.
How could you forget who you are? How can that happen? She loves you more than anything in this world. How can she forget her own son and the man she fell in love with, but she remembers what was top of the charts 30 years ago? I mean, that's not weird, that's just so unfair.
Dad.
The way she looked at me this morning, it was hatred. It was. She hates me. And that's got nothing to do with what she's forgotten. That's to do with who I am now, who she can see. I don't know. Maybe subconsciously she's rejecting me. Maybe that's what this is all about. That deep down inside she wants to forget. She wants to wipe the slate clean and start again. How dare she? How dare she do this to us?
That's rubbish and you know it. And what I said earlier, that was rubbish too. All right, she doesn't recognise me. But the love that she's given me all my life is inside me and it's real. I can feel it just sitting here. And I bet you can too.
Yeah.
She worships you. And she loves us. And she's proud of us.
So what do we do?
In that stuff that I was reading earlier, this doctor was saying it just takes a trigger. You play the right piece of music, say the right thing, and bam, they're back.
But she won't let me anywhere near her.
Yeah, because she has no idea how great her life is with you. So go in there and tell her, properly. And don't forget to mention how brilliant her kids are. Do you want me to take that? Hi, Amy, it's me. Yeah. No, he's just in the shower. Yeah. No. No change.
We will not have a slush puppy, so I will get you a Coke.
What's that? Because, see, all the drinks nearly the same, except that.
Yeah, that is water.
But it's the same price as a Coke. Is there a drought?
No, we are just more gullible nowadays. Now, another one of your colleagues is very keen to come and see.
Oh, when?
Well, actually, he has just arrived. No, I think you will like him.
Hello, Karen.
Hello.
Right, well, first things first. I got some bad news for you.
What?
You owe me £1,000.
Why?
Well, you borrowed it for your debts.
What debts?
Gambling.
What do I gamble on?
Lottery tickets. Look, we have this thing now called the National Lottery. And you are forever buying tickets, but you never win. And you add that to the fact that you are such a fiend for buying shoes and... I'm sorry to say, you are skint. So come on, purse out, pay up.
He is joking with you.
That's funny.
Come in.
About earlier,
Yep.
I just wondered, are you regretting breaking up with Gloria?
Oh, no, that would never have worked. Though it does make you think about spending your future with someone, but to be frank, time is more of a friend to Kevin than me in that regard. How's it going with you and Jimmy?
Not you too.
Well, if you wanted a secret relationship, you shouldn't have chosen one of the 7 men you work with.
He chose me. It's good. It's a surprise, but yeah. I mean, the whole dating a colleague thing does worry me a bit.
Well, it adds an extra dimension.
So come on then, Mr. Been there, done that. Would you recommend it?
Well, I think we should go towards happiness wherever it lies and not wait for it to come to us. Jimmy's a good man.
Yeah, he is.
So, am I right in thinking that you're a fan of Wham?
You told it.
Karen, what's the last date that you remember before waking up here?
November the 2nd.
November the 2nd. Right. So you're not going to have heard their next single. It's called Last Christmas, and it got to #2 in the charts over Christmas 1984, and it stayed there for 5 weeks.
#2?
It was kept off the top spot by a little charity single called...
Do they know it's Christmas time?
You're not going to have seen the video either.
How did you do that?
The wonders of modern technology.
What is this thing?
Well, in 2013, this is everything.
And nothing.
So, what do you think?
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, George Michael can wake me up anytime.
He's a very handsome man. A man's man.
My man.
He's gay.
That's another joke, right?
Well, I would like to have a game of this Pac-Man. Maybe you could play too.
Let's have a...
Thanks, son. Lee, what about you?
I might get something later on at a rest stop. Dad, look, I don't need to go. If I rang my boss and said that I need to stay here with you, what's he going to do? Fire me?
Yeah, what if he does? Eh? That's no good for any of us, is it? So stop being daft, get yourself off. I'm going to be fine.
So when are you going to go and see Mum?
As soon as I finish this sandwich.
And you're going to...
Yes. Yes, I will. What's that?
Emmy's brainwave. Clean clothes for Mum.
You know, that would never have occurred to me.
Me neither. Tell Mum it was your idea.
Come on, I'll wave you off. And give me a bell when you get there.
I will. And Dad, be proud, remember?
No one's talking to each other.
And yet, they will insist that they are communicating.
Mrs. Tembe and I disagree on this. You see, the whole way that we interact with each other has changed. With this thing, or with this, we quite literally have the whole world at our fingertips. I can see breaking news from every corner of the globe as it happens. I have access to every printed page in the smudgy history of printed pages. And best of all, I can type that I am having a flat white with my friends Karen and Mrs. Tembe, and someone I know in Sydney, Australia, will be able to read it a microsecond after I press enter. And they just got it.
I don't know what to say. Distraction is the greatest of our comforts, the greatest of our tragedies.
That was fun. Can you stay for a bit?
I would if I could, but I've got to do some work at some point.
Well, I will stay with you as long as you like.
Oh, thank you. Has Leatherbridge got a Wimpy establishment got one, and maybe we could go there for a bit?
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Careful. There you go.
Hello, love.
Well, we will go.
Stay, please.
I really do have to get back, but I'll come see you again soon.
Tomorrow.
Soon. Promise.
Well, I will just wait outside.
Well, promise me you'll come if I call.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Don't shut the door. What do you want?
What I want is... What I want is to tell you a story of a day we spent in Scarborough when Jack was 9 and Amy was 7. Okay? We'd been to visit my Auntie Ag just after Christmas, and we'd promised the kids that if it was windy, we'd take them to the beach so we could fly this brand new red kite that Amy had bought for Jack. She'd saved up her own money and she was really proud. The tide was out, and we had this whole beach to ourselves. That's how cold it was. So there we were on this wet sand, trying to get this bleeding kite to fly, freezing our knackers off. You just couldn't get it to work. First of all, it got tangled up, and then it got wet, and then the wind dropped, but all the while, Jack and Amy sat patiently on this rock, shivering. But they were convinced that we would get there in the end. And then the wind picked up. And there you were. You. Flying this kite. And in this horrible grey sky, there was this beautiful, bright red patch of cloth. It was beautiful. And the kids were running around. They were screaming like lunatics, like we'd won the World Cup or something. I mean, I was screaming, you were screaming, as it basically just dragged you along the beach. And I tried to catch you up. I tried my best to catch you up to give you a kiss, but then you stumbled, you fell, you tripped, and you let go of the line. And we all stood there as this beautiful red kite floated away into the distance. After all that, it was tragedy. But, right? But then you started laughing. And we all started laughing. We couldn't stop. We could not stop laughing. The four of us huddled together on that beach in Scarborough, in the freezing cold, laughing hysterically as it flew away over the sea forever. Love, love, do you remember?
I've got no idea who you are.
Really?
No idea.
You can't have forgotten.
You give me the creeps.
No, 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 don't say that.
I want you to leave now.
I want you to try and remember.
Mrs. Denby!
Karen!
What is it?
Try and remember. The four of us, we were laughing our heads off with the freezing cold. Remember!
I want you to ask the nurse to ask this man to leave, please.
How was she?
Have you seen Back to the Future Part 2?
No.
Well, Marty gets taken 30 years into the future, to the 21st of October 2015.
Right.
And the world is full of rejuvenation clinics and hover cars, yada, yada, yada. And Marty's like, whoa, this is heavy. Right now, that is Karen Hollin's life. And it is heavy.
Right. You know, I was trying to imagine what it would be like if I woke up and I just didn't know that Chris existed. I can't imagine it.
Well, never fear. I have a plan.
Why does that worry me? I need a lamps it.
This is Dr. Carter, a senior partner and doctor at the Mental Health Center.
Another doctor I'm supposed to know. Pleased to meet you.
Raj, I'm not prepared to argue on every single... Oh, I've got to take this. Mum, what's the matter? Are you okay?
Don't get too involved, please.
But
You're interfering. Don't.